Dating simulators, not a genre of game I can say that I've personally indulged in, but I remember a couple years ago when I was like 10 years old, there was this game called Doki Doki Literature Club, and I used to watch gameplay of it all the time, right? Because obviously I didn't have like a MacBook, I didn't have a PC, I didn't have a laptop, right? And I would be watching gameplay of Doki Doki Literature Club, and in my head, well, at the beginning I would think, yo, this game's sick, it's amazing. But then later on, as you progressed into the game, it would get more and more disturbing. It would start to cover topics such as self-harm, suicide. Hopefully I don't get demonetized or whatever, right? Topics like just that, right? And it ends up getting like really weird, right? And recently I thought to myself, what if I try and remake Doki Doki Literature Club, or aspects of it in Roblox Studio, right? And that's what the plan is for today. So the plan is for today, we're going to try make a dating simulator in Roblox inspired by Doki Doki Literature Club in under an hour, right? So first what we're going to do is we're going to just get the timer up. Bang. Okay, so my idea is we're gonna have 4 characters. We're gonna do Monica, Yuri, Natsuki, and Sayori. And the plan is what it's gonna do, it's gonna take place in like a school sort of setting, right? So I'm just gonna get models from the toolbox, right? Because I'm not a modeler, right? So now we have all 4 of the girls. So the plan is I want the gameplay itself to be where you have 4 of these characters, and then you can walk up to them, you can speak to them with some dialogue. They'd give you a mission, and then you go complete the mission, and then you get some extra text, right? In order to do that, actually, we have to come over to here, and then what I want it to be like. So let's look up Doki Doki, something like this, right? So you have the character, and then you have the dialogue box underneath here, right? That's what I want it to look like. So what we need first is the PNG. So first let's start with Natsuki, right now. So Natsuki PNG. Actually, that looks perfect, but she's not in school. Okay, I'm gonna be nitpicky here. She's not in school uniform, right? If we're gonna be if this is gonna be taking place in a school, she has to be in school uniform. It's not. All right, this looks good. All right, save to downloads. Let's just make sure the quality is good. Yeah, all right, whatever's good enough, right? Now we're gonna do the same for Monica. Okay, this one's probably gonna be good. Save image to downloads. Yep. Okay, now let's do Yuri. Okay. Okay, I think this one. Bro, I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This one. There we go. I'm not even trying to be nitpicky, but I'm perfect, right? So we have Natsuki, Yuri. We have Monica. Now we need one more. Did not mean to click that. Who's the other one? Sayori. Yeah. Sayori DDLC PNG. Yeah. Okay. This one looks fine. I'm trying to right click it now. There we go. Okay, boom, that's about it. Now what we need to do is create .roblox.com. okay, I actually need to sign in. I'm pretty sure if I'm doing it like this, so just give me a second. Okay, I don't need to sign in. I just switch tabs, right? You can look at the time. Where do we go? Creations. How did I forget where the thing is? Okay, so after being stupid and not realizing it was just right here, and I was being a silly person after like what, 3 minutes? What we're gonna do now is we're gonna just drag and drop them. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna go here, we're gonna drag you, Sayori DDLC. Yep, upload. Okay, boom. Nothing's there. I'm gonna hope it doesn't stay like that permanently, and it does end up showing up. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go back into Studio, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start making GUIs for each character. Based on it's not. Alright, screen GUI, frame, text label. But first, we need to move the frame here. We're going to spread it out like this. I'd say we want it to be short, but we want it to be like enough to hold all the text, right? I'd say that's probably good. Then we're going to do this, and then we're going to round it off. UI stroke. No, I mean UI corner? Yeah, corner. And then we're going to round it off. Just do one. I don't have to add it to the thing, do I? Oh yeah, I'm so intelligent. Alright, and then we're gonna do this. Then we're just gonna make sure it like hits the bottom, hits the top, then hits the corners. But we don't want it to like spread out too far, right? So I'd say that's about good. Yeah. And then now what we're gonna do is set the UI corner. We're gonna increase the thickness a little bit. It looks about good. I'm gonna set this to transparent. Boom. And then we're gonna change the text to test. So the plan here is I'm just gonna quickly do the GUI. Then I'm gonna do the GUI for the rest of the characters, but then I'm just gonna copy it just so it's like simple and stuff, right? That looks good enough, I think. Okay, that's probably good enough. Probably good enough. Okay, now we're just gonna rename this to Yuri GUI. Then I'll just do the same for the rest of them, right? And then I'll come back to you guys when I finish. Okay, so I'm back finally, and I was able to successfully make the frames for all of these guys. So that's Natsuki, this is Sayori, this is Monica, and then Yuri, right? So then the next order of business is we're gonna write the scripts for the dialogue. Yay! This is the best part. It's not, it's the hard part. The scripting's the hard part, guys. So we'll start with Yuri, and then if it works for Yuri, it'll work for everyone else, right? But first what we need to do is we need to do how it's gonna trigger. How is the dialogue gonna come up on screen, right? And then also I said we were gonna do this in a school, so then afterwards I'll put everybody inside of the school. I just need to like do this part first, right? Because how much time is left? It's half an hour, right? We need a proximity prompt, and in order to do the proximity prompt we have to go into Yuri, and then we have to set her primary part to like where we want the prompt to show up, right? And I want the prompt to show up in the torso, so just do that. And I'm gonna do the same for everyone else real quick, so I just don't have to do it later. Boom. Okay, and then that's about it. And then I'm gonna put the proximity prompt inside of each one. And now I can start writing the actual script. Okay, this is gonna be the hard part, right? Not really, but it's gonna be the long part, I should say. So we're gonna do a local script, and then what we want is a dialog box. So local Yuri, since that's who we're starting with, equals workspace dot Yuri. So what this is a variable. A variable is just like, I don't have to type all this out when all I want is Yuri, right? And then local prox prompt equals Yuri dot prox prompt. And then what else do I need to do on that? Local player equals game dot players dot local player, right? Then local Yuri GUI equals game dot start okay, player dot player GUI dot Yuri GUI. Boom. Okay, then what we're now gonna do is we're gonna do a function, and that loops through the text. I'll explain it when I finish it, because there's no time. Just all right, local function Yuri speaks. Boom, 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 boom. The message string. I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay, now we're gonna do a loop. No, first what we're gonna do is I need to chill out. Panicking too much, for there's no time. Okay, do that. Dot this. Dot text. I'm just gonna do. Okay, boom. Then we're gonna do Yuri text. Why is my message blue now? Oh, it's because I put that. Okay. Text equals nil. So then what that does is it confirms that there's nothing in the text when the message plays, so that it just plays a blank message, right? Then we're gonna do for each letter in the message split with nothing. This is so that it has a typewriter effect, right? I'll throw up a video on screen now. What I mean, how much time do we have left? We have 30 minutes left. Okay, I can't really explain it now, but it's gonna like do a typewriter effect, so each letter appears one at a time. So like do. Okay, Yuri text equals dot letter. I'm pretty sure. No, and then we have to make sure that it's enabled, right? So the GUI is enabled and visible. Enabled is equal to true. Task.wait.01. All right, I think this is it. Now, if we do this, Yuri speaks, and then we put in what message we want her to say. Then we make her speak again, and then okay, and then we need to do prox prompt dot triggered connect function. Why isn't it connect? Wait, no, I'm tripping. All right, yeah, function. I don't think I need that. Okay, then we'll do Yuri speaks. Boom. I don't know why I put that there. I was not. Dot enabled is equal to false. So let me just quickly skim through it. Okay, now if we click play, then if we walk, okay, there's already an error at script line 4. Oh yeah, wait for child. Okay, I think that's it. It's saying there's an issue with the script. Yeah, I know there's an issue with the script because... Okay, let me quickly do this one more time. So then if I click play, it's referring me back to line 4. Okay, what's it saying? Expected? Okay, but I did that and it still didn't work. Play. Your GUI is not a valid member of Play GUI. But it is. But I don't... Do I have to do wait for child again? Okay. Yuri GUI. Now if we click play, wait for child twice in a row. Okay. Anyways, yes, let's go speak to her now. And I forgot to anchor all of them. Anchor. Then also I'm gonna quickly go inside of them. We're gonna go down. We're gonna make it whole duration like 2 seconds. I think that's about it, right? Okay, now let's just bring her here so I don't have to walk all the way. Click play. Interact. There's something wrong with the script. Alright, what's up? Attempt to concatenate instance with string. Okay. Attempt to concatenate instance with string. So this is correct. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. Oh, give me a second, guys. This is what happens when you rush, guys. You do dumb mistakes. How much time we got left? Enough. Dot letter. There we go. Yo, this is what happens when you rush. You do some dumb mistakes, right? Okay, now let's try it. Let's make it slower. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna quickly do something a bit nitpicky, even though there's no time, and we're gonna raise the GUI up a little bit. Okay, I'm not even gonna do that. Okay, so that's Yuri done. Okay, prox prompt triggered. Now I need to just do the same for everyone else, right? So we're gonna do that now. 16 minutes, that's great. 16 minutes. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna focus primarily on one character, getting all of her dialogue done. Then we're gonna just move on because, bro, there's not enough time, right? So we'll do the dialogue. Okay, so from what I remember, Sayori's like more of the timid one. So we'll do like, oh, concatenate player.name concatenate. I didn't see you there, bro. I don't know what to put. Okay, I don't know what to put. Okay, wait one. Yuri speak. I'm just waiting for someone. Tax.wait one. I don't think I said this at the start of the video, but we're gonna be on a mission. We're gonna go get her some stuff, right? Tax.wait one. Lost my knives. Okay, I was gonna do dialogue for the guy too, but there's no time. There's no time, right? You'll find them. Thank you so much. I'll be sure of a reward by the time you're back. Okay, now let's quickly see if she can speak. Okay, I need to disable that real quick. No, I need to raise it up, actually. That's what I need to do. That's what I was gonna do, and then I was like, oh, I have no time, I have time now. Okay, whatever. I didn't disable it, bro. Boom. Speak to me. Let's go. Why isn't anything coming up? Line 8. What's wrong with line 8? This one. What? Okay. I forgot if one thing with the script messes up, then it's gonna mess up the... Oh my god. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Line 16. Okay, line 16. What's wrong with line 16? Player. Okay, I did the same thing again. Player. And then we'll copy this. I think I need longer than an hour. Okay, whatever. I'll try to do what I can in the hour. Boom. That's the only problem, right? Okay, boom. I think now I can speak to Yuri properly. Speak to me. 22, line 22. Infinite yield possible because there's no Natsuki GUI. But there is a Natsuki GUI. So then how is infinite yield possible? That is none of my business. That is none of my business. Okay. Let's try now. Speak. Yes. Okay, keep speaking. I'm waiting for someone. Yep. ... What's wrong? I lost my knives during cooking class and I can't find them. you'll find them. Thank you so much. I'll be sure to think of a reward by the time you're back. I need to do one more thing. I need to just separate. Ah, my god. Okay. I need to separate here. Task dot wait 1. Boom. Okay, how much time left? 10 minutes. That's amazing, right? Okay, so we're gonna we're gonna spawn in a table real quick, right? Okay, even if we get one person done, that's fine. That's a success. That's a success in my opinion. So table, boom. We'll put a highlight inside of it so it looks here. I know there's no time, but whatever. Boom. No. Okay, boom. And then we'll make the highlight black. Boom. 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 Okay, now we need to get the knives out of the toolbox. I'm not modeling them myself, so for only 10 minutes left. Knife. Okay. I think if you look up knife, it'll come up with better results. Yeah. This one looks good. Is that flat? Is that flat? That's what is important right now. Is the knife flat on the table? Then we'll do 3. There's actually no time to do that. Okay, there is time. I just have to be quick with it. Screen GUI. We'll name it PBY, and then this is just, it's gonna be in the top left corner, and it's gonna tell you how much of what you need to get and how much of it you need to get, if that makes sense. So it's going to tell you how many knives you need to collect, and then how many knives out of how many knives you need to collect you've collected. I was going to explain it, but that honestly doesn't sound complicated, right? So it's going to tell you how many knives you need to collect, and then it's going to tell you how many knives you've collected. I'm worrying about the wrong thing right now. So there's going to be 3 knives, 0, 3. Then we're gonna quickly do this. We're gonna make the text pink. Boom, boom, boom. No, we're gonna make the text white, and then we're gonna make the stroke pink. Boom. Then we're gonna set the transparency to 0. Then we're gonna set the font to Fredoka. Then we're gonna, why is it blue, kind of? Okay, that looks fine. And then we're gonna set the transparency of it to 0 or 1 of the background, right? So boom. Then of the frame, boom. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay, now we're gonna add a click detector. How much time's left? 7 minutes. We're gonna add a click detector to the knife. Click. Boom. Boom. Script. Then we're gonna local knife equals, no, I don't need to do that. Local knife equals, okay, local knife equals script dot parent. Then we're gonna do knife dot triggered. Is it, no, mouse click 1, mouse click down, okay, whatever, doesn't matter. Connect function, boom. Then we're gonna have it trigger a remote event, so I'm gonna quickly put a remote event into server script storage. Boom, boom. Then we're gonna rename it knife update. Boom. And then we're gonna have it trigger it here, so when it's clicked, it's gonna, okay, local. No, I'm doing it once, it doesn't matter. Game dot replicated storage dot knife update file client player who triggered. I'm pretty sure that's what. Boom, and then you can put player who triggered. Boom. Okay, now I need to do a local script inside of here. And then I need to do, so for the player who triggered, it's going to update the count by 1, right? Bro, my brain is crashing. Ow, I can't figure this out. Okay, so, and then every time it clicks, it's going to, every time a knife is clicked, it's going to update the count in the GUI by 1. So local player equals game dot players dot local player, local PBY equals player, wait for child, PBY, no, look, wait for child, screen GUI, or play GUI. Bro, my head hurts, like, okay, play GUI dot PBY. That's what I called it, right? I did call it PBY, right? Yeah, I did call it PBY. Okay, then cool. What we can do is local counter equals 0. Then we can do game dot replicated storage dot knife update on client event, or is it on server event? Is it dot on server event? On client event. Is it on client event? Fires from a local script when from a script. Yeah, so connect function. Then we can do, how much time's left? 4 minutes. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how you do this. So number equals number plus 1. I mean, yeah, number equals 0. Sorry, not counting number. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do. Fuck, I can't remember. Okay, so okay, every time it's clicked, it's gonna update the counter by 1, right? So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do. Okay, I can remember some of it. So. Player wait for child, play G right up, PBY. Yeah, but it's not appearing, which isn't stressing me out or anything. I think I have to do wait for child again. Yeah, wait for child, PBY. Okay, PBY dot frame. It'll come up. Dot frame dot text label dot text equals number dot dot slash 3. No, that's not all. I'm certain that's not all of it. So every time it's how much time's left? 2 minutes and 50 seconds. That's great. So every time it's clicked, it's gonna update that. Is that gonna work? I don't think that's gonna work. Wait, what? It works. Wait, okay. I guess it works. I did not expect that to work. Okay, whatever, right? Okay, I was gonna do the debounce thing, but there's not really any time. Can I say that? Why is my game so slow? Alright, we're gonna do this. Then we're gonna duplicate. Boom. How much time's left? Okay, first I'm gonna quickly go over to here. Then we're gonna do if counter is equal to. Okay. There's 19 seconds left. Okay. Time is up. Okay. Okay, time is up. I was sprinting through that. Okay. Let me quickly just finish it, right? But we're on the right track. So if I'm correct, yeah, we're on the right track. Yeah, I was doing this thing where if you were gonna speak to her without having collected all 3 knives, she was gonna be like, okay, go get the knives. Why are you still speaking to me, right? Then obviously, as you could see, we ran out of time. There was not enough time for that, unfortunately. I was sprinting through this code. I was locked in, right? But let me just quickly do this, and then I would like show you guys the end result. I'll fast forward this, guys. Now, if we speak to her, did I even get the knives? No. Okay, yeah, you speak to her without getting the knives. This is what happens. Just that happens, right? That's not good, right? Boom, 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 boom. We did it. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I have a course. It's in pre-sale in the description. Go pick it up. Go buy it, please. I'm broke. Thank you. If this video gets to like 1,000 likes, I'll complete the full game, or maybe I'll redo it and I'll just like have everything set up beforehand so I don't have to do it during the video. And yeah, enjoy, have a good day, peace.